Hey guys, at BV Batson here. I think we're looking pretty good on this, and I think we are ready to flatten these surfaces, man. So here's what we want to do. We're going to need to sand this super flat, and then we're going to need to do the same thing to this part as well. Get that in the camera, that baby as well, but I got to clean this thing up. But I want to go ahead and make some progress on the cylinder head. So I got to give credit 100% to Common Motor on this video. I pretty much learned everything from them. So what we're going to do is we are going to color the bottom section of this cylinder. What do they call it? Cylinder basket or something. I've heard all kinds of terms for it. But what we want to do is we want to sand this thing as flat and as freaking perfect as we possibly can. All right, so I'm just using kind of a red marker here and just coloring up the bottom of this. It'll make sense once I get done. Use a permanent marker. This stuff wiped off right away and was completely useless. I think if you use a permanent, it'll actually be useful. All right, so I've got this all colored, and I think the most important thing is you want to find a machined flat surface. All right, that's what they were saying. And what we really want to do is we want to get some oil on some wet dry sandpaper. All right, so I'm going to put some oil on this. Probably got a little carried away there, but oh well. All right, I'd rather have more oil than I need than too little. I've got a 400 grit sandpaper on this tab right now, and the key is to have a really hard machine surface, and I'm gonna just drop this on here, all right, as flat as I can, and I'm gonna start working this piece back and forth and see how this ultimately goes. I'm just gonna work this piece. I've got equal pressure down on it. And I'm just going to start sanding this piece until I get it 100% level. All right, I can already tell right now I've got way too much oil on this thing, so don't do what I did. I'm actually going to drop this piece off. Actually give this a wipe. It actually took all of my ink away. Look, guys, first time ever doing this stuff. There, I got some grit. Now I'm just going to start working this piece back and forth on this wet dry sandpaper, and over time we should be able to get this piece totally level. All right, this is going to take a little bit of work, I'm sure, and what I'm thinking already is that I probably should have used a permanent marker, but the marker honestly doesn't matter because you can't really see, you know, where low spots and high spots are in this. You just need to keep on working it. So here we go. Just gonna work this sandpaper on top of this. I think this is a granite slab that I got here. And I'm just gonna keep on working this until I get all the imperfections out of this piece. All right, stay tuned. Take your time and check your work often, all right? Check a lot. Wipe it down, check and see where you're at, and continue from there. Slow and steady is going to win this race. I can already see that I'm making some nice progress on this piece every single time I flip it over. Yeah, the glue thing didn't really quite work out, but, I mean, you can just lay your hand on there. Move it back and forth. It's all good. It's not rocket science, but the key is to have this machine surface. I can totally see why that is so important. Working this through here. All right. This is great. All right, let's give this a wipe. See what kind of progress we're making. You know, this is fantastic. Can really see here I'm all perfect. I've got these two little spots here that I need to work out, and then just a little bit down in this corner. But other than that, this is coming out great. So I'm just gonna keep on going with this, guys. I'm gonna give my sandpaper just a little bit of wipe. Got a little bit of excess oil on this. And then we'll just keep on going. That oil kind of keeps that sandpaper in place pretty good too. But it does help. Just lay your hand on it. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Thrilling video, huh, guys? But I can see how this is like super, super important to be doing. Because these seals are going to be, you know, key to a successful motor when this is all done. And luckily, you know, the cylinder head just kind of fits, you know, right on one of these pieces of paper. And then we're just going to keep on going. You don't have to take a ton of material off. You just want that perfect edge. I can't believe I'm doing this. I mean, I watched Common Motors video and I was like, oh, wow, that seems deep. You know, and then here I am doing it. Who would have knew? They are an amazing resource. Amazing resource. Great customer service, too. They've been kind of, I don't know, yeah, they're probably the primary supplier for most of the parts that I use on my bikes, for the most part. So here we go. We'll give this another wipe. Getting closer. We're getting closer. All right, we're just going to keep going. Actually, I'm going to go to a fresh piece of paper, and we'll continue this process. All right, again, I won't be quite so liberal with the oil this time. You don't need a ton, just enough. Just a ton. I got a little carried away. That's okay to do that once in a while. Again, we're making nice progress on this. Just going to keep working it. Careful. I'm being careful not to, well, I was being careful not to let the paper bind. And we're just going to keep working this cylinder head. Let's get this as smooth as humanly possible. I feel like we're making some really nice progress. Just working this piece. This is great. This is feeling good, guys. Gotta be patient, man. So much of everything that we do with these bikes. Like, look, you can see we're flattening it big time. This is great. Let's take a look. Let's flip it over. So much of every effort on these bikes is just patience. Yep, they're a little bit lighter. They're a little bit better. Oh, my God. So we've got it. Got this pretty much all cleaned up. Just a little bit here. And again, just a little bit on these ridges. And we're looking pretty good. So I'm just going to keep on going. Just a little bit at a time. But yeah. Oh my God. What a huge difference. These were all corroded. You know. Yeah, this is great. Just got to keep going. This is really a tedious process. And you do need to check your progress. As you move along, just stop, check what you're doing, make sure you're not going too deep, and if you got a little work to do, you got a little work to do. All right, we are still working here, and we're getting really close. You know, just check often. You guys see the massive difference in this already. I mean, we are really close. This back edge is figured out. It's just these two front little parts that are off, but otherwise everything else, man, to me, looks pretty damn good. What do you guys think? All right, that's leveling. All right, guys, I'm going to spend a little bit more time on this. But again, take your time, work it through until it's all nice and level. Next step, man, is really honing this bad boy. And then we got a couple little things that we need to do. And then we're getting real close to getting this back on the bike, guys. I hope the video was helpful. And again, I got to give props to Common Motor. I mean, they're such an amazing resource and really gave me the confidence to want to dive in and and actually do this. Because I'll be honest with you, I would have never done this. I would have never taken the time to do this if it wasn't for the information that they put out on their channel. So if I've never said it before, Common Motor is probably one of the best damn resources that we've got in this community. I would have never done it if I wouldn't have seen their video, so props to them. If you guys enjoy this channel, I appreciate it. Give it a subscribe. Also, thumbs up the videos you enjoy. We're making progress, guys. What do you think? I think this damn thing looks pretty damn special. You can also follow along Instagram and Twitter at BV Matson. I've got just, like, this is done. Just want to tackle these just a little bit more, but I'm just going to keep on going. Thanks so much for watching, guys. See you in the next video. Things are starting to come together.